If you want to know what Buddhism is all about and want a quick peek, follow my channel to explore a modern perspective of the Buddha's teachings, also named the Dharma. I was born and raised in a Buddhist family only by label. I term it that way because when I was a child, I always thought that being a Buddhist is all about believing that Buddha is God, that he protects us if we believe in him, and that we should pray to him whenever we visit the temple. When asked in registration forms what our religion was, we declared ourselves Buddhists. It is my personal belief that it's the same with many families everywhere. I was in my 40s when I started seriously researching the teachings. I'm not sure why I started this late. Perhaps this is the case of many people who suddenly became interested in religion as their age catches up. You know what I mean? I came across many teachers and even read some of their suttas in my journey to discovering the Dharma. The thing about the Dharma is that every teacher may have different understandings and messages in their teachings, and it is entirely up to the student or disciple to contemplate and meditate on the teachings. With our own effort, we should try to understand the deeper meaning of the teachings. The teacher who helped me the most in understanding the teaching was Bhante Punaji, and I will use his translations in my videos. I wish to emphasize that what I'm discussing and sharing in this channel is all my personal understanding of the Dharma. I hope you find it interesting, beneficial, and even fun. Eventually, I hope you can come to realize on your own the value of these teachings. Everyone knows that anyone who exists in this world is bound to age, get sick, and die, and no one likes or wants these conditions. Unfortunately, everyone will have to experience them at some time, and this is fear. This thought and feeling of insecurity is the problem of existence, and it's a struggle. While we are struggling in our existence, we are further troubled by fear of losing what we have gained, meeting with people we do not like, not getting what we want, when we want it, and the way we want it, physical pain, and the pain of parting from joy. There are many, and there will be many more of these unhappy moments as we live through this life. So how does one solve this problem? Some people attempt to solve them with a belief and hope that some supernatural being will somehow be watching over them and save them from those moments of unhappiness, and that there will be eternal life in heaven after death. That's how they can endure all the suffering until death, and that is through sheer faith. On the other hand, the Buddha introduced the Dharma as a practical way to end all this unhappiness and eliminate that fear of death. Not just unhappiness for today, tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, but to permanently eliminate unhappiness. This problem is solved not by blind faith, but by wisdom, understanding, experimenting with it, experiencing it, and discovering for ourselves the wisdom in the Dharma. Essentially, in Buddhism, our problems can only be solved by ourselves and not by any supernatural being. Is that possible? Well, that's for all of us to investigate and experience it for ourselves and find out. From a high-level view of the teaching, it first defines unhappiness. This is followed by understanding the reasons why we tend to be unhappy and the solution to the problem of life. Finally, the Dharma will show the technique for solving the problem. This is the Buddha's first teaching, commonly translated as the Four Noble Truths. My teacher, on the other hand, translated it as the Fourfold Supernormal Realities. According to society's norm, Joy is to be pursued. We will be happy when we are rich, famous, or when we get that dream job and successfully climb the corporate ladder, or that dream car, and so on. These concepts have conditioned our thinking, especially by the advertisements or narratives in our daily lives. We don't realize that there can only be joy when there is sorrow. A personal friend of mine was a CEO of a large corporation. He's rich. He goes around in a fancy car. He's got a status in the business world. He's married with 2 kids. Many would think that he should be a happy person. Was he happy? Sure. At the time when he was promoted to CEO, earning that big salary, got that fancy car, got married, and when his kids were born. Yes, he was happy at that time, but did it last? The truth is that he was always stressed when dealing with his employees, the board of directors, customers, and shareholders. When stressed, he was always angry. He was always concerned about how people would judge his competency in managing the business. This means he was worried that he would lose the recognition or status that he worked so hard to build. If he loses his status, he could also lose his job, his wealth, his car. Can you relate that kind of stress he's going through? The problem with stress is that it does not only cause hurt mentally, it will also cause physical pain. That's why most illnesses in the world today are caused by stress. Ask any doctor, right? After understanding what unhappiness is, we will discuss why we tend to be stressed or unhappy in the next episode. Before we end, I'd like to leave a Buddha's quote with you. Do not unquestioningly believe in mere hearsay, legends, traditions, scriptures, inferences, common beliefs of the society, or even words of the Buddha. Contemplation is your teacher. Know for yourself what values are good, blameless, that if adopted, lead to well-being and harmony with all beings. These values should be adopted and be part of your life. These verses mean that the Buddha encourages us to think and to question everything, including his teachings. We should never blindly believe in anything and always investigate and engage in debates to expand and grow our understanding and wisdom. That's why if you have any comments, questions, or any subject you wish to discuss, leave me a comment below. That's it for now. I'll try to keep these videos short. If you find my videos interesting, hit the like and subscribe button. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.